Hello, my name is Mackenzie, and I'm autistic, and I'm an ADHD as well, and this is my YouTube channel, Autistic Musings. And on this channel, I explain autistic terms, solutions to uniquely autistic problems, and I share my own personal experience as an autistic person, plus ADHD. And today we're going to be talking about routine. Yeah. Did you guys know that you're like a part of my routine now? All you guys that have been here before? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Hello and welcome back, all my returning viewers and my new ones. It's great to have you all here. So today I did my if you can tell on the camera, I don't know. I can't tell very well. I got blue in my hair. It's not real, but it looks really cool, right? Okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. Routines. And why might an autistic person be so attached to their routine? And why might it look particularly rigid to the rest of you? And very exact and specific. And to clarify, not all autistic people have an exact routine and are that rigid about it. There's varying levels of routine-based life that they got going on. I just happen to be one of the routine people, so I thought I'd cover this subject. So why might we be attached to a routine? Well, first and foremost, sensory issues. So a lot of us have a lot of different sensory issues that would be way more overwhelming if we did different things every day. It would be terrible. I say that jokingly, but yeah, if I go throughout my routine and do about very similar things every day, and I do the same thing every day of the week, nothing's really surprising for me because I don't like surprises. Usually they involve loud noises and people yelling and stuff like that, and those are overwhelming. This is overwhelming sensory input, and I'm an ADHD and I'm autistic, so I have a double whammy. So sometimes noises become super overwhelming, and then sometimes noises are like bordering on painful and distressing. So I get both of those. And at least my experience with sensory overload is disturbing on my part. I'm like, everything kind of suddenly gets louder when I get overstimulated, and I can't think very well. Don't appreciate that, so I seek to avoid it. And how I avoid it is by sticking to familiar environments, sticking to familiar routines, and not diverging off those routines very often. Because why would I do that to myself when I know it's going to happen? Every once in a while, I get real brave and I do that type of thing, but it's not my usual cup of tea, so I avoid it. So that's one reason. Controlling the sensory environment around us and making it familiar and regular, and then we're having predictable sensory input. That doesn't always work with avoiding distressing sensory input, like distressing noises, stuff like that. We can't predict life, but it gives us enough control over the situation to not be overwhelmed throughout the day, because we know what's going to happen, we know where we're going to be, and it's somewhat predictable. So we can prepare and have your earphones. I have earplugs. I have earplugs in. I always do earplugs with you guys because I get real distracted easily, and if I hear a noise when I'm doing this, I may break off and not be able to focus properly, and I don't want to do that. Another reason that we could stick to a specific routine is focus and transitioning from one activity to the other issues. Focus issues and transitional issues. these two can go hand in hand. So I really like to stick to my routine, but I also have ADHD, and it's really hard to stick to the routine, even though I really want to. That seems to come with the combo. And part of the reason I stay on the routine is because I have focus issues, and if I don't know what I'm going to do today and I don't have some kind of routine set, nothing's going to happen, or very little is going to happen, and I'm just going to be anxious all day and feel upset that I got nothing done. And this transitional thing, I'm much better at transitions, like moving from one activity to another, like going from eating lunch and doing a couple chores to making a YouTube video and actually starting the YouTube video. I do better when I know what's the next thing, what's going to happen next. I can prep myself and ease into it better. So it helps me transition from one activity to the other. Then memory. Sometimes they escape me. Often. I'm joking right now, but it's true. This having this routine helps me remember what I want to do, what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's usually, I don't diverge off of what I'm doing like on a weekly basis. Like, I know what I'm doing every day because I've been doing it for a while. It's harder to forget for me, and all that if I'm doing very similar things on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis, and to get those things done. Again, focus, memory, it tends to like peter off, and I forget the important things that I'm supposed to be doing, and that I want to do, if they're not like an intrinsic part of my routine. So I kind of just try to make it a part of the routine. Now, here's the last part I thought I'd mention for my own personal experience in my routine and my ADHD and autistic combo experience. I'm going to share my personal experience now. That's what I was trying to say. I was just making it complicated. As I said before, you guys are a part of my routine, whether you know it or not, which makes you extra special now. I've been making YouTube videos since last year of November. That's what my analytics say. And you become a part of my routine now. And I feel a deep need to follow a routine like this. And it's great because I actually get up and do stuff and research and have fun with doing this task. It's really fun for me. It is. I have trouble getting started sometimes, but that's just a general issue with me, leading into the ADHD and autism combo. Yeah, they like to make jokes about us on the internet because they're like, oh, they can't function. And what was the other one? Can't function, and we love routines, but they're terribly hard for us to follow. Yeah, that one's true. Like, I have to have my routine written down and things I have to do, everything written down, or something will fall to the wayside. And very often it's the things that are like, have due dates and are like critical to my adult life. I'll forget about those if I don't have reminders. And it doesn't have to do with like lack of want or anything. It's just my brain messing with me like it has my whole life. So, what's the fun thing about a routine? Well, you always know what I'm doing. Like, my sister's not surprised at anything, my schedule. She knows. She knows where I'm at. She knows that my YouTube Thursdays are not to be interrupted. Oh yeah, who of you have dealt with routine interruptions? We don't react well to those. Mostly because I find it incredibly hard to go back to the task I'm doing once I've been interrupted. That's the reason I like power through the whole task. the single-minded focus that you only see in autistic people and ADHD people, like that. The world is not here right now. Yes, I can channel that into my routine and get things done faster if I know the single goal and why I'm doing it and everything. So that's another aspect of routine and why it's there. Don't interrupt us, man. Just don't. I don't recommend it. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.